everyone, and welcome again to one of the blog series of Punta Cana Wellness. Today, I have the pleasure to be talking to Janet Ryan from Spectra Spray, an innovative vitamins on the go type of system that I actually believe is great, especially for frequent travelers like myself. I just put it on my pocket, spray 2 times, go ahead and spray 2 times, and I feel my immune system going up. Welcome, Janet. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.
Well, Janet,
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
thank you so much for the opportunity. Let's jump into this. So where does this idea comes to you? How this whole thing comes to your mind and into a reality? Tell us a little bit about your journey and how Spectra Spray became to life.
Sure. I actually have a background of about 15 years working with physicians as a nutraceutical consultant, as a wellness consultant. I did a lot of teaching for anti-inflammatory eating. I sold some genetic testing, both for nutritional genetics, and drug metabolism, which is called pharmacogenomics. And along my journey, I met a naturopathic doctor who explained this delivery system, which I had never heard of. This was a few years back. I mean, now we're seeing more spray vitamins. We're even seeing some patches for vitamins, which are interesting. But what happens is, because of technology, you can take the nutrients and be able to break them down to their smallest molecule and put it in a spray, which is a water-soluble solution. Even though you might have an oil-based, like a vitamin D or a vitamin E, you can still put it, or even a CBD, which is an oil, you can put it in a water-soluble base. So he taught me about this. There's a manufacturer in the United States. There's not very many in the world, maybe just a few. And he led me to them. So we created our kits and our brand, and that was a few years ago. So we took the time to test it on people. There's a couple studies, but we did some of our own testing to see that somebody deficient in iron or D or B12, it would raise their levels clinically. So that's how I came to be. Originally, I went to school for music. I'm a classical pianist. And I had a family like many other kids do. And I still teach piano, but I had a family and I had a child with ADD, and I didn't want to give him medications. And that catapulted me into health and wellness, as well as my mother having early set Alzheimer's 25 years ago. So I'm very knowledgeable.
Well, that gives a nice background to what we're talking about. Now, let me ask you this.
Sure.
So when you say that it's an interesting medium, I mean, yes, right now we're looking at certain other things like the patch, which is also an interesting concept. But I found myself, with the spray in my personal experience on the kit that I bought, the immune kit, which, it's like I feel that is much easier even to carry it around. So when I look at your website and I look at this study, what exactly is this? I mean, what exactly are the benefits of just doing the spray instead of taking a pill or taking the liquid? I mean, what doesn't make it so easy to absorb?
It's easy to absorb because it's only nutrients. There's no binders, no fillers, no things people can be allergic to, like wheat and gluten and soy. And when you make a pill and you have to compress all of those ingredients into a hard pill, it's very, very hard for your body to break it apart to use it again. Oh. So if you have any digestive impairments, or if you're older and you may not have that much good quality digestive juices, you're probably not breaking apart some of those products that you're taking. As far as the ease and the convenience, you're absolutely right. You take it with you. You don't need to look for water or read the label saying, okay, it's a multivitamin, I better take it with food. You don't have to, because it's already ready to absorb. Other vitamins need the food. Like people say, oh, get your vitamins from food. Because it's true, everything's there in the food to help you absorb. If it's a water-soluble vitamin or a fat-soluble, you've got your food, it helps you absorb. You don't need that anymore with the sprays. So you can take it with you. You can spray half in the morning, half in the afternoon. You could spray it all at one time if you're afraid you're going to forget later.
That sounds, I mean, I've been using it. I've been using the meal kit, and I'm telling you, it's super convenient. I mean, for me, at the moment that I got in touch with you guys, I've been hooked. I've been telling everyone that I know, you're traveling, use this. You're going away, use that. It's going into your purse, nobody's going to notice.
Especially now.
It's like, besides the fact that it's TSA approved, so it's a little tiny spray that they don't even bother looking at. So it's super cool to have this thing going around. Talking about a little bit of the variety of uses that you guys have developed. I mean, what is inspiring you to create the immune, the sleeping? I mean, what exactly is behind this whole creation of the different kits?
It's very lifestyle oriented. Even though it's an incredible technology, you can't put everything in a spray. I can't put enough calcium in a spray so that it's going to help you with your bone health. So these are very, very lifestyle oriented. People have hard times sleeping, getting energy, curbing their stress, and staying well. So these are some of the top priorities. It's not like replacing all your fancy vitamins that might be targeting a disease. This is not disease targeting. This is trying to give you a foundation, a functional foundation to help your body do what it needs to do. On top of these sprays, I always, always, always recommend things like fish oil, antioxidants, things that we cannot get into a spray. It's not a complete solution for aging well, living well, but it's on the go, it's easy to use, and it addresses a lot of lifestyle issues. I'm going to grab one real quick so I can show you.
Go for it.
Sorry, had to just run over to my supply.
Great.
Here's how small they are. So like you said, TSA doesn't bother you. You can probably take 100 of these. They're only 13.5 milliliters.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Like
you can take 100 of those and you'll be fine.
Yeah, put them in a bag. And we just came out with a cafe energy spray with a little bit of caffeine, a little bit of B12, and some nice herbs.
That's great. The immune system one, which is the one that I've been using lately, especially during this, this amazing times that we're living in right now, where we are being connected with ourselves a little bit more and getting out of the noise. I'm looking at the positive side of this whole thing. Is the one that I've been using the most. But, one is really interesting for me, especially for the industry that we are developing, which is wellness tourism, is the one that goes along with traveling. So tell me about that a little bit more. What exactly are the benefits of getting that traveling kit?
Okay, we have a couple travel kits, and it really depends on what your challenges are. Our general travel wellness, I think, may be the one that you have. It has the immune spray, the sleep spray, and the B12 energy spray.
Yes, that's the one that I have.
Because we feel that a lot of people will, and that's what we had at the New York Times travel show, and that's when I met you. So that's the full set without the new hand sanitizer, because that just came out during COVID now. We're even giving that away when people order a certain amount, from the website. But we also have CBD, which we only sell privately. We don't work with third-party distributors for that because there's a lot of regulation. And that helps people with anxiety for flying or for sleeping. Our sleep spray, when people go to like a new hotel room or they're crossing a time zone, you're not always sleeping like you always did. You might lay in bed wide awake because of the time change or because of maybe some of the food you ate or the partying or whatever. So the sleep spray was good for that. We also have a stress spray, which is really B vitamins and some herbs that help you relax. I find myself using that if I have too much coffee. I tend to be pretty energetic, so sometimes in the afternoon I might take a few spritzes of the stress spray, and it helps just take the edge off so I can continue with my day.
I mean,
but immune is really important for traveling.
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's already been proven that one of the most, for frequent travelers, one of the most detrimental aspects of traveling is the jet lag. Like, it just breaks down your cycle of relaxation and sleep, and messes up with your circadian rhythm. So you, instead of being sleeping where you're supposed to be sleeping in that time zone, you are up because your body is still in the other time zone that you just left. And it's, I always say like,
Right.
oh my goodness, especially I remember when I traveled to Dubai years ago, it's a 13-hour flight. And I was restless legs. I was like, I can't sleep. I was standing on the plane, rocking back and forward. And when I got over there, it took me more than 2 days to be able to finally like rest at the time that I needed to rest. So having, you know, a tool,
Yeah.
something that I can carry with me that will help me to recuperate that rhythm, I will say is a plus. Definitely a plus. Janet, when you look at this
I'd love to
situation,
tell you more.
sure.
I'd love to tell you more about our sleep spray because it's not just melatonin. But
Oh,
go ahead
great.
and finish. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, that go ahead. I was just gonna be my
Okay.
next question. What exactly is in your sleep spray?
Okay. We have 1 milligram of melatonin, which I know doesn't seem like a lot, but because of the absorption, it's plenty. A lot of people will only use 4 sprays instead of 8 because they don't need the full dose, which is me too, and I'm kind of small, so that works for me. But we also have 5-HTP, which turns into tryptophan, which supports serotonin. And serotonin is the thing that helps you feel good and feel relaxed. We also have some L-theanine, which people know now from green tea. There's also other herbs like cramp bark, valerian root. You know, you can look on our website. We explain every single one. But sleeping is multifaceted. It's resting your mind and your body. It's getting your circadian rhythm, like you said, back into sync. And the combination of this helps you relax and also helps you stay asleep. Some people have told me that they'll spray it during the night. And I'm like, oh, it's not really for that. They're like, well, it works. I'm like, okay. So I tried it one time. If you wake up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, if you have fluctuating hormones or whatever, or time changes, it could help you go back to sleep. The nice thing is you have to wake up refreshed. You can't take something, if you take a sleep medication, quite often you wake up very groggy, takes you half the day to get back to normal. So this is really, really nice for travel, but even, you know, every day. So that's some of the ingredients in the sleep. We combined it with B12 for our Jetlag Kit. We have a beautiful Jetlag Kit with the B12 energy and that. Because if you didn't sleep well, the next day you could use the B12. Or if you need to kind of stay awake a little longer so you get a better sleep when you go to Dubai or Ukraine, you can spray the B12 to kind of keep you going through that time that you want to go to sleep.
The best part of this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that these are truly vitamins and herbs, which means
Correct.
your body naturally needs them. You need them. Therefore, this is not like a drug that you get addicted to. This is not like an Ambien or anything like that. Like people are just like getting, you know, addicted to these things without knowing how detrimental it is for their nervous system, for their body. And you guys are actually selling something, giving us something that are actually going to help our body. I mean, B12, just imagine having B12. It's energizing. It go directly to your DNA change and makes it complete. So I'm really recommending this thing, and that's why I wanted to do this interview with you, because I believe that your product should be in every freaking drugstore that we can find and in every airport store that we can go through. I mean, it's just a matter of like, I'm taking this and I'm going with this thing. You mentioned that you guys are starting doing sanitizers for this COVID-19 situation. And even though I don't want to talk too much about it, it's something that we're living in. And for example, right now I am currently visiting my mom in Orlando. And as everybody knows in the United States and probably worldwide in the news, Florida has become one of the hot spots of it, because everybody's like, you know, it's the wild, wild west here. And believe me, I saw that yesterday. I was like, this is incredible. And you know,
well, half of New York went to Florida.
Yeah, I've been going around with my spray, and I even got one from my mom yesterday from your website. It's gonna be delivered soon. So I'm like, you know, this should be out here. And she even look at it, mine, and she's like, oh, that's you know, that's really cool. I'm like, yeah, this should be out here. So what are your plans to get this I mean, besides, I'm helping you right now, and I want to support your plans to send this everywhere because,
Thank you. Thank you.
like I said, I think your product is beneficial more and is needed now more than ever. What are your plans to tell the people, like, this is it, this works, please use it?
Well, I'm actually working with one broker who's trying to help me. I do need a salesperson if anybody is available for some type of a commission. It's really just me. My daughter does the graphics. I have some help with marketing, and I have a nice PR agency now. But we do have the hand sanitizer connected to some of the kits. What happened with COVID is you are not allowed as a manufacturer or a company to capitalize on retail profit for something like the hand sanitizer. So we keep them very low. We only make $1 or $2 on them, and we don't want any retailers to try to make 50% is what they usually like to make. So our answer to that was, we'll just throw it in with the kit. So we're in the process now of creating a kit with a couple of the other sprays and just throwing in the hand sanitizer. Only costs us a couple bucks to buy them, so we just throw them in kind of as a goodwill public service effort. But sure, we have the Jetlag in the box. It's a beautiful box, so that can be sold in the airports. We have 1 or 2 airport stores so far. We're also looking at resorts and hospitality and, you know, airlines and also travel agencies like you connect with. They're nice promotional items, and we can sell them at almost half price so that you can give them to your customers if they come and book with you, which is really a nice time.
I was thinking about that part. I mean, how a great gift if someone actually books with you and you send them the travel kit.
Exactly.
I mean, it's a really cool thing. It's like, oh my goodness, they're really thinking about my health. They're really thinking about my well-being. They want me to stay safe. It's a really cool thing, and we're giving this tip to any travel agent or group or people that are trying to do this. I think anybody out there can actually think about these ideas, because you are the perfect, right? You guys have the size, have the capability to be out there as a kid. So, and I truly think that is a great idea, even for me. If I was a client of any, you know, agency or booking agency for travel, when I receive this kind of other goodies, it's like, oh, they're really thinking. They're really taking care of me.
Yeah, and it's so small. Like for a hotel, you can go into your room and have maybe your little lavender things that are going to help you sleep, and you can have a sleep spray right there, right in the room. So even though we're not back to travel yet, I've been sharing my travel ideas with some of the buyers in the B2B. We do have a couple of companies that we've been talking to that are just pretty much on hold right now. So I think you will see a lot more of Spectra Spray throughout the world pretty soon. We're already in Singapore, we're already in Hawaii, and we're in Portland, Oregon. We have CC McKenzie has brought a few of the Jetlag kits as well. So I appreciate your support, and I'll be sending you a free kit.
I'm definitely feeling that that's the best route to go. It's the best route to go, to be able to bring awareness to people. I mean, I've been saying since March, when this whole thing exploded, that every single company that is doing business with people should be taking steps to show people and to share their story about how you're going to take care of me, how you're going to take care of the clients, how you're going to take care of everything, because that's the only way that I'm stepping out of my house to go and buy from you.
Right. Yeah. And the hand sanitizer is nice because it's got essential oils. It's not like when you walk into a store. I went and got a pedicure yesterday, and I had to use their hand sanitizer because they made me use it. And I felt all kind of sticky afterwards. It didn't smell good. It smelled like alcohol. Mine smells like citronella and lavender. And it's just a couple of sprays, 5 sprays, put it all around, and you're good. And it's good for the kids too.
Oh, it is in a spray form, so it's in a gel form, which makes it even better, because when, for example, when you go into the gas station or you go to the bank, you come from there with your credit cards and your cards and everything. You can spray everything much easier than taking the gel and trying to put it everywhere. That's a nice medium too.
I spray, when I go to the supermarket, I spray the credit card machine thing that I have to put my PIN in. I just spray that real quick and then use it because I'm over 60, so I don't want to take any chances. I wear my mask.
Darling, everybody, I mean, everybody should be wearing a mask. We all should be wearing a mask.
Yeah.
We all should be wearing a mask. Like we all should be taking care of our immune system and getting the foods and nutrients and vitamins as much as we can, so we can actually have actually the natural antibodies to not just only COVID. I'm not talking just only COVID. I believe that this
Exactly.
every range of disease or any range of lack of I believe health in our bodies, we should take care of it one way or another. That's definitely something.
Yes.
Janet, you said that it's only you, your daughter. Who else is involved in this project?
Well, I have a couple of people that help me, with bookkeeping, a little bit with sales. I have a broker in Florida who is just wonderful. He just helped us get started on Overstock. We just listed all the products on Overstock. And he's working with possibly a trucking company to help people that are in trucking and able to build their energy through like our cafe energy spray. What a great solution. So they're driving. A lot of times they get speeding tickets. They're tired, so they can just spray this, and within a couple minutes, it'll kind of keep them going. Not unhealthy like a 5-hour energy drink or something that has a lot of sugar.
Yeah, like the Red Bulls, and the Red Bull gives you wings and all these kind of things that people talk that, yeah, those sprays, yeah, those little 500 shots or energy shots. I know them very well. I've been trying to get a few people out of those because they're just like, college kids. That's another part of the story. For college kids, there's another venue for this kind of product.
We have a college kit.
Great.
Yeah. We have a college kit, so it's similar to the travel kit, but a lot of the kids tell me that they want the stress spray in the college kit rather than the sleep spray. But even post-partying, you can use the B12. I wanted to mention about immune because it's not just all about our sprays, even though we're talking about those. It's really important for people, and you know this because you're a wellness advocate as well. It's really important for people to sleep well, try to reduce their stress, whatever it takes, and eat well. I just want to make sure people know that it takes more to build your immune system than just a supplement or two. You really need to sleep well, reduce your stress as much as possible, and also eat well, not eating a lot of sugar or drinking a lot of alcohol. Trying to keep up some of those social relationships, even if they are online or by the phone, is even yoga. You can do that while you're home and you're alone even. But if your D levels are low, make sure you replete with enough vitamin D. Our immune spray is great to create a barrier from germs when you go out to build up your immune system. But if your D levels are low, you need to build up D. You really should take a good 1,000 milligrams at least a day of vitamin C. And then some of the others like A and E and omega and B12, they're all really important for the immune system too. But eating well will help you with a lot of that.
Yeah, I appreciate that you're making that point. It's important for people to know that it's not just the spray or the vitamins or the supplements. We need to have the foundation and keep building those blocks that take us to the next level. Janet, I am in the blog is going to be all the information regarding the vitamins. I have a great experience that I'm going to share with you guys. I'm telling you, I've been using the immune kit for, oh my goodness, since this whole thing started, and it's been great. I mean, I met you guys during the New York travel show, and at the moment that I saw you, I was like, this needs to be everywhere. I do believe this needs to be everywhere.
Thank you.
Accessible to everyone, not just only because it, the form and the shape and the convenience of it is also all the good things that you are bringing to the table as a product. coming from the perspective of nutrition and building all these good things into our bodies, bringing it to our bodies in the most simplest form. So everyone, this is Janet Ryan from Spectra Spray. Their information is going to be here on the blog. You can follow them also on Instagram and Facebook. And like she said, if anyone is looking for a job and would like to be on a commission base and help her out to spread all this goodness, she's more than welcome and more than open to get it. And it's fun. That's the best
Sounds
part.
Good.
That is really, really fun.
Yeah.
Thank you, Janet, for your time. We appreciate you.
Thank you, Sorabel.
We're very, very honored to know you and to be able to share the good. And like I said, I try to share the good with everyone that gets close to Punta Cana Wellness. Thank you so much and have a wonderful weekend.
Thank you so much. Stay well. I'll send you a new kit.
Oh, thank you. I love it. Thank you so much, Janet. Have a great day.